Hello, Mr. Kazım.
Hi, Narmin. How are you?
I'm good today.
Are you also going to have holiday here, Narmin, next week?
Yeah.
Is it the biggest holiday in your how to say academic calendar, or you have bigger one?
Christmas is the bigger, I think.
Oh, Christmas, how many weeks? 2 weeks.
Yeah, sometimes more than 2 weeks.
So now, did you finish the third quarter?
Yes.
So one more quarter is left, right?
Yes.
Okay. So when will you have the last actual final exams? At the end of May or the second week of June?
The state exam.
I mean, your
Or
school, the last week of school year.
I think it will be on June.
June.
Yes.
I see. So now it is 19, 9 days. April, May, 2 weeks. Okay, good. Javid, how are you?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm good. Are you ready for class?
Yes.
Did you go to school today, Javid?
No.
Good. So what did you do today? The whole day, did you stay home or did you go out?
Yes.
Very good. Narmin, now everywhere is open in Azerbaijan, like shopping malls, supermarkets, and the clubs, like gyms.
No, actually, it closed again. We are going to like street for like, and like we need to send an SMS to go outside. From 19th, it will be like this, if I'm not mistaken.
Really? They close again? Why?
I don't know.
Because of new cases or?
New cases, I think. There are more than 1,000 in a day.
Oh, interesting. Now I think everywhere, they just let people go out and people, they don't care much because you just go to the shopping mall and a lot of people, how can you keep a distance? That's really hard because you cannot say to people that, okay, stay away from me, right? And the shopping mall, what can you do? So again, also they are closing. Anyway, Narmin, Javid, I think maybe you are only two today again, and others, I don't know, maybe they will join or not. I have no idea. Let's just try to solve a few more questions. As you know, 1 month left to Sasmo. And that's not only Sasmo. To practice, to do some mental exercise. And also last time we did a few questions here. And just one question about my feedback about this question. We did this. And I was just wondering why actually here we have different radiuses. And here the question was wrong because one student asked me, they had this question, what is this, Singa, okay? And as you see here in this question, the total area of the shaded parts is 62.8 centimeters squared. But actually they didn't see that radius, we can find this in different way here. But this shaded area, it cannot be equal to 62.8. It is bigger than this. Okay. Anyway, we just got some idea, but sometimes there's a technical mistake in questions. And all right. So we'll just continue from here. Okay. I just put three questions here. As you see, these are from P6, that is primary 6. Okay. They ask one question here. That's also a bit tricky question. And I just want to see how do you solve this problem, and can you see that's tricky part, okay? And we have also another question here, and after that we will continue our paper. That is, what is it? It's 2015 S3. Okay. Javid, first, can you read the problem for us?
Daniel wants to cut rectangular cards of length of 3 centimeters by 2 centimeters from a rectangle sheet 50 centimeters by 19 centimeters. Find the biggest number of cards that can be cut from this sheet.
Okay. Can you give a try? That's a question. And as see here, this was asked to primary 6 students. Okay. And what will be your answer? You have 1 minute and 45 seconds. Give a try first. And after that, let's discuss about this question.
Hello, teacher.
Hi, Arat.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, thank you.
Arad, we have just started the class, all right, and we had a little bit challenging question from primary 6 and 3 question. That's the first one, okay, and that's really engineering problem, or let's say carpenters actually, they should know very well about this kind of problems. So now we are solving this problem, okay. So if you have any idea, any answer, you may share with us. And after 1 minute, let's see, 1 more minute, then we will discuss it together. Eldar, if you can solve this question, I will give you a 5-star. Narmi, you got any answer?
No.
Javid, how about you?
No.
I'm finding in a minute.
In a minute.
Is it 161?
161? How is that possible?
Firstly, should I like draw it? The first layer is only layer of the like one
No, I
second
mean,
I
just
draw.
I'm prove that your answer is wrong, Arad. For example, here, what is the area of this triangle? I mean, rectangle. It is 50 times 19. That's equal to 5 times 19, 50. It is
950.
950 cm squared. Now you are saying 61. And each one is 3 by 2 centimeters, right? Where the area is 6 centimeters squared, which is equal to 6 times 6,
36.
36. No. 61. Are you saying
161. 100
161? Okay, that is the time it will be
and
6
966.
and 6, right? 36, 6, 6, 9. So is it possible? Look at the answer. The area is 950 total area, and you're cutting out this much big. Did you get it?
Yes.
Javed, why there's no answer? That is primary 6 questions. How are you going to solve the question on the exam day? Javed?
Yes.
Or you are too tired today?
No, I'm not.
Is it 158?
How and why?
Area.
You just
I
find the
found.
total area and divide it?
Yes, I got then like 6 times x is equal to 150. I got 158 point something.
No, it may not work, but the method, how can you cut 158? Let's say the answer for 158. How do you cut it?
One second. Firstly, we cut it like there is in length like this. Then again like this. Then again. Then we have layer of 2.
Okay,
And
Arad, let me just do it for you, okay? In a
yeah,
Actually, the answer is 158, Arad, not because we are dividing the total area by the area of the rectangle, because it may not be the possible answer. Okay, but for this, coincidentally, that is correct. But that method is not correct. If you are finding the number of rectangles by dividing the area of this big rectangular sheet by the area of this small rectangular card. Okay, so now actually suppose that you are a carpenter. Okay, you are going to make this kind of things, and then the material is very expensive material, let's say, and that means that you have to minimize your waste, right? So I'm going to waste minimum amount of material. Okay, and that's actually a simple called optimization problem. Anyway, number one, all right, here we have 19. Let me just divide from here. All right, so this part is, suppose this part is 15 centimeters. So the remaining part is, it is 4 centimeters. Why did I divide from here? Because this 15 is divisible by 3. So when I just cut this now into this smaller rectangular cards, I'm not going to waste any part, right? So this what part, now I'm cutting this one. This 50 is equal to 25 times 2. And this 15 is equal to 5 times 3, right? So how many pieces I can get here? Let's say that number one is, it is 25 times 5. So that is 25 times 5. That's equal to 125 from this piece. Okay, now I have another piece left, right? So the length is 50, width is 4, right? So now again, I will just cut this into this form, right? So now 50, right? So this one 4 is divisible by 2. Okay. So now this 3 length will be lying horizontally. Okay. So how about if I cut from here? This 4 by 2. Okay. So this part is 2 centimeters. So the remaining part is how much? The remaining part is 48 centimeters. So now actually this rectangle is, let me just shade with green. This green shaded region is, what is it? 48 by 4. So 48 is divisible by 3. 4 is divisible by 2. How many can I get there? Let's say it's N1. N2 is 48 divided by 3. It is 16. Times 4 is divided by 2. It is 2. How many? I can get 32 rectangular cards from this part. Now, the last part is, let's say it is light blue color area, right? What is it? It is 2 by 4. With this 2 by 4, I can cut one more, right? Because this 4, it is less than greater than 3. I can cut one more. So now the last one is, it is just 2 by 4. I can get one more. So the total is 125 plus 32 plus 1. That's equal to 158. Maybe actually they just ask this question grade 5 like this, but grade 9 they may ask you, how is it possible to show your method? In case I'm just guessing, okay, but that's the way how we cut this. Let's see here, how much actually did we waste? For example, here it is 2 by 3, only 1 by 2, right? Only 1 by 2, which is equal to 2 square centimeters of material is wasted, right? So which is not possible to make any rectangle card whose dimensions are 3 by 2. Just a small piece. Okay, Narmin, is it clear?
Yes.
I mean, the point of the question here. Okay, because for example, it was a multiple choice question. They have 4 answers. Okay, number 1 is 144. Second answer is 150. Third answer is 158. Another answer 159, and none of the above. And if you just make a mistake, actually, for example, here, 16 by 9, you will get under 44. And here, for example, 50, right, is 25, and 19, it is 6, we get 150, right? But actually, the correct answer is 158.
My mistake was that I chose instead of 15 and 4, I chose 10 and 9.
Good. Let's move to the next question. Arad, did we solve this question before?
Yes.
Really?
And I said a lot of answers and it was not the answer.
Now, what was the answer?
It was road. 1 second.
Okay, guys, even if we did this now, can you try one more time? Let's see who can
It
do
was
this.
road. No, I forgot. It was road 2.
Can you give it a try? Okay, I mean, can you do it again? Can you think how we can do
Yes,
this?
I saw it and I got the answer.
What is it?
If the answer like be, if it said one of them is all of them was, one of them is telling the truth. It mean if
If only one of them,
second,
if only one of the passerby is telling the truth. Yes.
and because the if second, third, and fourth one were telling the lie, so the road has to be on road 1. But according to this information,
No,
if
no,
it
no. Marat,
uses,
now do you have the answer now? First, can you
yes,
solve it and just tell me the answer? Narmin, Javid, Arat, solve it,
road
okay,
2,
and write your answer.
the answer is
Okay, Arat. Uh, road 2. Narmin, shall we solve together or you want to try first?
I want to try it.
Actually, Arat, your answer is not correct, okay? Let's give 2 minutes, okay? After that, let's discuss this. Now try again, Arat. And I advise you to make a table, all right? And think over that table. You have 2 minutes. And usually, of course, 2 minutes is not enough because maybe you need more time. But now, let's see if you have any idea or not. Because if you have no idea and solving this kind of problem is really hard. Not hard, it takes time. There's no short way of solving this kind of question. We should read it well and understand, and after that, Narmin, are you 100% sure, or
Not 100%. I'll check it in tower.
because your answer is correct, Narmin?
Oh.
How did you reach this conclusion?
What?
I mean, how did you reach that decision, and why actually you think it's in road one?
If like the second passerby is lying, the third passerby is telling the truth, and that means that in the second one there's no one living.
Okay, now I'll show one way. Aras, here, this kind of logical puzzles, okay? One actual common way is we need to make a table, all right? And table, and after that, you can see the picture more clearly. So now let's just make a table here. Once again, at the time, we can solve this much faster. Okay, that's my table. Let's say we are talking about passerby, passerby 1, passerby 2, passerby 3, and passerby 4. Okay. And here we have the results. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say this road 1 and road 2 and road 3 and road 4. Okay. So now, if a person is telling the truth, I will tick, okay? If he's lying, I will just cross. Now here, if you read the first one, it says that your friend's house is not on road 1. That means that if his friend is not on road 1, that means that he's telling the truth, right? If his friend's house is road 1, that means that he's lying. So that means that here we put cross, and here it is truth, truth, truth. Because if his friend Jane's friends is living in road 2 or road 3 or road 4, that means that he's telling the truth. Otherwise, he is lying. In a similar way, the second passerby says that I did not want to live near your friend, so I moved from road 2 to road 4. Okay, so which means that actually he's implying that your friend's house is in road 2. So that means it's implied that he's living road 2, not in road 1, not in road 3, not in road 4. Right? And third passerby says that I have taken road 2 to the beach before, but I have not passed by any house, which means that he's implying that your friend's house is not in road 2, right? So that means that maybe it is road 1 or road 3 or road 4. That means that if his friend's house is road 1 or road 3 or road 4, that means that he's telling the truth. He's not lying. Only way he's lying is if his friend's house is road 2. And the last one, the last guy says that your friend stays on road 3. So that means that if he's here, he's telling the truth. Otherwise, he's lying. Now, from this table, if you look at these columns, right, in which column actually we have only one truth. As I say here, the first column, right, we have only one truth here, and others are lying. That means that if his friend's house is on road 1, that means that 3 people lied. Only one person told the truth. If his friend's house is on road 2, here 2 people told the truth and 2 people lied. In the third one, if his friend's house is on road 3, 3 people told the truth and one of them told the lie. And the last one, 2 truth teller, 2 liars. And in the question it says that only one of the passerby is telling the truth, right? So that means that only the first column actually is giving us the clear information about his address, which means that actually the friend's house is in road 1. For example, if I just change this, for example, if only one of the passerby is telling a lie, for example, instead of truth, let's say telling a lie, at the time the answer would be which one? It would be row 3, right? In row 3, one of them is telling a lie and 3 of them is telling the truth. At the time, his house will be on row 3. But here it says only one of them is telling the truth. That's why it must be in row 1. Okay, Arad, any questions?
Teacher, but I remember last time my first answer was road one and you said it is not correct.
Arad, maybe I might say that, I don't know, but after that, I have tried this question, okay? And at that time, I just used different method. It was not so clear. And after that, I just solving this in this way. And there's very clear here, right? There's no any question about this solution. At the time, okay, I just use different method and maybe we reach different solution. But here, Arad, okay, it was my fault at the time. Then why did you change your decision if you're 100% sure, or you were also not sure?
No, I was not sure because my first answer was road one, but I remember last time I remember that I said road one first, then I said road three, then I said road two. All of them were wrong.
Hmm.
So road four was correct. And because yes,
Okay.
I remember from that.
Yeah, Arad, I might make a mistake. Okay, maybe because uh, after that I thought about this question in a different way. How could we solve this problem? Because I was not satisfied with my solution. That we were maybe running out of time, or I don't know. Anyway, Aras, that is an answer. Okay, I mean, usually we need to make a table to solve this kind of puzzles, but usually there is no any short way. We need to read sentence by sentence, and after try to understand what are they implying to, right? And after that, reach the decision or reach some conclusion, and that's it. But of course, if you're going to study some, I don't know, law, for example, this kind of logic problems will help you a lot in your career to be successful. Anyway, if no question, let's move to the next question. Maybe we'll practice more like these questions. Now, guys, I'm going to ask you this question, okay? And what I feel that, I don't know, is it the wrong question or I don't know. Actually, I have been thinking about this. Also, I wanted to share with you because you are senior students here, grade 9. And also this question was asked to grade 6 students again. Okay. First, can you give a try? And if you have any idea, share with me. And after that, we will move to our S3 questions. Okay. Do you think that it is a wrong question or I misunderstood the question?
Is it 1001?
1001.
Yes.
So how many chairs are there? 1001.
Yes.
And how many chairs are stacked up? Because it says that you find the total number of chairs in the hall.
Can you repeat?
Now here in the question is saying that if there are less than 2,000 chairs, right? And you are saying that, okay, if we have 1,001 chairs, right? And we are saying that 8/13 of the chairs are arranged in rows of 7. And 5/13 of the chairs are arranged in rows of 11. And the rest of the chairs are stacked up. My question is, if it is 1001, how many chairs are stacked up?
Yeah, I don't understand really. Teacher, but in here, when you add 8 and 8 over 13 plus 5 over 13, you get 13 over 13, so none of them are stacked up.
None of them, right?
Yes. Because 5 plus 8 is 13. Teacher, but in here, it said find the total number of chairs.
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, and also actually I got 1001 as says it is 0. Why did they say that the rest of the chairs are stacked up? And also in this question, 8/13, right? And 5/13. What does it mean? All chairs are arranged, right? Some are in rows of 7, some are in rows of 11. Why actually did they just add this to confuse the students, or I misunderstood the question?
Confused.
Anyway, all right, I think 1001, because here the idea is, since it is 8/13, right, we are talking about the whole numbers, that number must be divisible by 13. And if it is divisible by 13, and we are saying that in rows of 7, which means that also it must be divisible by 8. And rows of 11, and also it must be divisible by 5, because 5/13, and which means that it must be divisible by 40, blah, blah, blah. And in this way, we can get 1001, because 1001 is 13 times 7 times 5. Is it?
No, it is 77 times 13. It means
13
7 times 11 times 13.
times 13. Yes, that's the only way. Okay, good. Let's move to the other questions. Ara, last time you were absent, we did until question 16 from Sasmo 2015 S3. Okay, we will continue from here. All right, how many questions? We have a few more questions. Some questions are similar, some questions may be new for you. It's okay. After all, we are just doing to practice and to prepare for that exam. We have one more
Teacher, we
month.
did this.
Huh?
We did this.
Are you sure?
Not once, but 3 times.
No, Arat. If you notice here, the questions are asked to S1 and S2 and S3, that is secondary one, secondary two, secondary three questions, but in different ways. But here, what is the question? Polite numbers are that numbers that can be expressed as a sum of two or more consecutive positive integers, example. And this question, I think we never solved this. The degree of politeness of a number is the number of ways a number can be expressed as a sum of two or more consecutive positive integers. Example, the degree of politeness of 2, 5, and 9 is 0, 1, and 2. Right? Because 0, I cannot have any way. I cannot write 2 as a sum of two consecutive positive integers. And 5, we have only one way, that is 2 plus 3. But 9, two ways, right? It is 2 plus 3 plus 4, or 4 plus 5. And now the
Is
question
that
is,
perfect?
find the second smallest number with a degree of politeness of 2. We never solve this kind of question.
Teacher, I think the answer is 9.
9?
Yes.
It says the second smallest, right? The first smallest is 9. It said the second smallest number. Second smallest number.
Is the answer 15?
15. How?
Firstly, should I say algebraically or just logically?
7 plus 8, right?
And 4 plus, one second, 4 plus 5 plus 6.
It is 9 is equal 14.
No, it is equal to 15.
It
4
is
plus
11
6,
plus 14.
10.
Hmm. Find the second smallest number with a degree of politeness of 2. The answer is 15.
Should I say algebraically why?
Uh-huh.
Firstly, it is like this. 3, one second. Firstly, in here we have n, and not n, I mean x. Then we have x plus 1. Then we have x plus 2. If we add all of them, we get 3x plus 6 is equal to a whole number. If we input 1, we get 9. If we input 2, oh, we get 12. Oh, it is wrong. But if we input 3, we get 15.
Okay. So I think here it says that find the second smallest number with a degree of politeness of 2. What is the politeness of 2? In two different ways we can write this number, right? So if you just look at these numbers, that is, if the first number is, let's say, m, and is greater than 2 from here, because when it is 2 we have already calculated this. Okay, or let's say greater than 1. When it is 2, okay, when it's 2 we already know the answer. Let's say it's greater than 2. So here we have n minus 1, right? And plus next number is n. Next number is n plus 1, right? It should be equal to the sum of two numbers. The sum of two numbers is, what is it? Let's say this m plus n plus 1. So now from the relationship here, what is this? 3 times n is equal to 2m plus 1, right? So do we have any number that satisfies this relationship? Here, the multiple of 3, when we multiply a number by 2 and add 1, that gives us a multiple of 1. I mean 3, right? For example, if m equals 1, okay, if m equals 1, actually we get this answer, right? If m equals 2, for example, it's 4, 4 plus 1, it is 5. If it is 5, uh, if it is, no, if it is 2, it doesn't work. If it is 3, 2 times 6 plus 1, 7. 2 times, what is the first number? When we multiply 2 by m plus 1, that gives us a multiple of 3. 2 times 1 plus 1, it is 3. Okay, 2 times 2 plus 2 is 5. 2 times 3 plus 1, no, 2 times 4 plus 1, it is 9, right? So this one is 2, m is equal to 4. If m is
So
equal
I
to
found
4,
another
n
way.
should be equal to 3. So now, huh?
I found another way, actually easier.
What is it?
Firstly, that we should do like this. A second.
Is it
Like
easier than this?
a lot.
Okay.
Firstly, we have this equation because if we add this one is x, this one is x plus 1, this one is x plus 2. If we add them, we get 3x plus 6. One second, I erase.
But that number, why don't you choose as x minus 1 and x plus 1? It will be much easier.
No, I would say now. Then we get some number like this. And then, firstly, the number has to be odd. Because if we take even, like, even it means like the x, like if it be even, like, sorry, if the x be odd, it x doesn't has to be odd because if we take odd like it is like this, we get 3 plus 4 plus 5. If we do it like this, we get an odd answer. An odd answer, it is odd, sorry, we get even answer. Even answer is even plus even. But odd answer is even plus odd. And because it's when there is odd and even, there is one difference between them. Because if we add these two, we get an even answer plus even answer, it is equal. But if it be odd plus even, like in here, 4 plus 5 plus 6 is equal to 15. In here we get odd answer. Odd answer can be expressed by even answer plus odd answer. So this is odd answer, odd number plus even. So in here the x has to be a even number, and because it's the x has to be odd number. Like in here, if we input 1, we get 3 plus 6 is equal to 9, and the smallest was 9. If we input 3, we get 9 plus 6, which is 15. If we input 5, we get 21, which is the third smallest.
Okay. It's also fine. Arad, after all, for you, maybe it's easier. For others, it may be different. But after all, we have two different ideas. Usually, if you're talking about three consecutive positive integers or three positive numbers, if we just take this as n minus 1 and n plus 1, we will get simpler expression. So we are just talking about this. This 3 times n should be equal to 2 times n plus 1. Now from here, see here, I had to choose this m in such a way that this 2n plus 1 should be a multiple of 3. And now we are just looking for the second one, right? The first one, as see here, if m is equal to, for example, the first one is, when is it multiple of 3? If m is equal to, what is it, 1. If m is equal to 1, at the time it is 3, n should be equal to 1, right? So if m is equal to 4, for example, if m is equal to 4, it is 8, 8 plus 1 is 9, so n should be equal to 3. As see here, 3 plus 4 plus 5, yeah, m is equal to 4, 4 that's equal to, what is it? m is equal to 4, 4 plus 5. No, if it is, sorry, if m is equal to 4, that is 9. That means that n is equal to 3. The first number is n minus 1. That is 2 plus 3 plus 4, which is equal to 4 plus 5, 1. If n is equal, next one is 7, for example, it is 7. 2 times 7 is 14. 14 plus 1 is 15. So n is equal to 5 then. 1 before 5, it is 4. 4 plus 5 plus 6, that's equal to, what is m? Next one is m equals 7. N is equal to 5. So that's equal to, what is it? 7 plus 8. And next number will be, it is plus 3, right? That's equal to 10. If it is 10, it is 21. If n is equal to 10, m is equal to 10, 21, n is equal to 7. So that is 6 plus 7 plus 8. It will be 10 plus 11. Okay. Anyway, in either way, I think that's not so hard question, right? Just either way, you need to use that method and get the answer. So the next polite, not the next smallest number with a degree of politeness of 2, that's equal to 15. Okay, let's move to the next question. I think we spent too much time. And also we did this question before, but here it's a little bit different again. What is the difference here? The number is given and the area of the square is given, right? And that's it. And if you remember in other papers, for example, they give more information, but here they give less information. Even one side of the triangle, you need to find this. Okay. And just as a practice, Narmin, Javid, Arat, try this once again. Okay. Just 2 minutes because you know the method. Immediately you can write your equation and try to get the answer. So what will be the answer here? If the length of the square is 26, find the length of the triangle, correct to the nearest whole number. And of course, you need to do this without using a calculator. That's why that's, what is it? Cert is given. Irrational number is given.
Is the answer about 39?
I don't know the answer. Did you get 39?
We should find the. What should we find here?
Find the length of the triangle.
On length, about 39.5.
What is your answer?
39.5.
Correct to the whole nearest whole number.
Whole no. It is 40.
Okay, Arad 40. Now let me wait for Narmin. Let's see if she gets the same answer with you or not. Narmin, did you get anything? Javid, how about you?
I'm thinking.
Okay. So I think the idea is simple. The length of the square is 26. So that's 26, 26, right? And if we just draw the height and we get actually, what is it? A right angle triangle. And we know how to find this because since it's a right equalated triangle, it bisects this side, right? So which means that here we have the relationship, this one is a over 2. H is equal to a squared minus a squared over 4, which is equal to square root of 3 over 2a, right? Now from here, these areas are equal. The area of the triangle is 1 over 2 times a times height. Height is square root of 3 over 2a. On the right-hand side, we have 26 squared. Now from here, what is a? A squared first equals 2 squared times 26 squared over square root of 3. And now if you just take the square root of both sides, now here we have 2 times 26 over square root of 3. Fourth root of 3 actually. So since 2 over 4 root of 3 is equal to 1.52, so a is equal to 26 times 1.52, which is equal to 1.5, right? That's equal to 26 plus 13, that's equal to 39, and plus 0.02, that's equal to 2 times 26 over 100, which is equal to 52, 0.52, 39.52. So it says that correct to the nearest whole number, so the answer is 40. Okay. What, Narmin? 1,600?
Oh, I sent the wrong answer accidentally.
Okay, maybe you just scored that answer. All right, let's see the last question. After that, we will finish the class. Let's see. This is an easy question. Okay, what shall we do? Shall we do it together, or
Can we not do it at all?
let's just do this? 1 minute. This is x, right? And also inside it should be equal to x. So here we have square both sides. 6 plus x is equal to x squared. Now from here, x squared minus x minus 6 is equal to 0. And we should factorize this, x minus 3 and x plus 2, that's equal to 0. That means that x equals 3 or x equals negative 2. Square root of positive number, it cannot be negative number, so that's why it's rejected, right? And the answer is 3. Okay. And also we did this. What was the answer? Javid, do you remember? A circle and a triangle are drawn on a rectangular sheet of paper. What is the biggest number of regions that can be formed on the paper? How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is it 8? Oh, you can see more. Yes, Narmi, what's the answer?
I'm still learning.
Let's do this and finish after 1 minute, okay? 1 more minute. Let me also think a little bit.
But we found the answer.
No, no, no. I just give you example, but that's not my answer. My answer is different. I mean, after you tell me your answer, I will tell you my answer.
Tijam Orad.
Did you?
What?
Did you write your answer? Javid 6, Arat 8. Narmin, how about you? Let's get the Narmin's answer, and after that, you will see. Narmin, any answer?
No,
Huh? 9?
I didn't find the answer.
Arat, my answer is 10. Yeah, let's see. Okay, if you have any objections, and we'll see. We can discuss, or maybe next time we may think. But again, I'm not sure. But that's the biggest number of regions I could find. Okay. So it says that a circle and a triangle are drawn on a rectangular sheet of paper. What is the biggest number of regions that can be formed on that paper? And how you are doing, how big are they? No information. That means that can be any size. So that is our rectangular sheet of paper, because it says the rectangular sheet of paper, right? So, and let me just draw my circle here. Okay, it is touching and the one side of the rectangle. And after that,
Jeff,
I
what?
draw my triangle here. All right. And one is here. Okay. And until here. All right. So at the time, how many regions? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Teacher, but once I did this idea, you said it is not correct.
What?
And once I did this one, I said that it have if it touch, it will make more. Then you said it is not correct.
I don't get it. Say again, Arat.
Teacher, last time you remember it was quadrilateral, and then I said if it touch the like the flat, then it will cut it in half. But you said you shouldn't use this idea.
Arat, at that time, they didn't say rectangular sheet of paper, if you remember.
It's so if it be like that, I have 11.
No, no, no. I mean, I'm saying that at the time in the question, they didn't say rectangular sheet of paper. They just say that a circle and a quadrilateral are drawn on a or is a flat surface.
No, I mean for this question, if it be like this, I have answer of 11.
For this,
Yes.
okay, what does it show me?
One second.
I
The
mean, you can just
drawing is
stretching the
so hard.
triangle.
What?
Are you just stretching this triangle like this?
Yes. Yep. Instead, the circle is way more bigger.
Okay, show me quickly.
It is. So can I try the next lesson because we don't have time, and now
Okay.
this one
Arat,
drawing.
good. And Narmin also, Javed, can you draw nicely on a piece of paper? Take a picture and send it to me. Okay. And also about the last question, if we have different choice, okay, let me send it to me. All right. But thank you very much. Have a nice weekend. I will see you next Tuesday. Enjoy your weekend. I think you started your holiday. Okay. Bye bye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye bye. Thank you.